Hello and welcome to Secret Agent Agency. I'm your high respects Kevin, and joining me is the Changeling Andrew.
Hey there.
And the Bachelor Jihoon on new hardware.
Only slow.
What'd you say?
New hardware, only slightly new.
Oh yeah. Gently used.
Yeah.
And we are on the final day of this cursed game.
That was a bad game.
Finally.
Yeah, so we are on day 12 of the Bachelor's route, in which we ideally save the town. Which, by the way, I said its name in the Discord server, and that hasn't come up in-game that I remember. But this town is called Town on Gorkin.
We have sufficient strength to support the misfortunes of others.
I think
These children have had someone die on them.
the Harspex
I
gets
know that for sure. You can hear them better in the theater than in the polyhedron.
the Harspex gets to know what the town's called, but Daniel apparently doesn't care, and nobody's willing to tell Daniel. Well, sure. I also thank you for saving my life, kind sir. Hats off to you. I'll have a chance to put my life to good use in the near future. That's what they all say, right?
I don't even get the first thing, so that sounds appropriate. I guess. I'll go with the second one. Farewell, puppeteer. Best of luck in your creative endeavors. Is that how my line is supposed to sound, right?
Alright. So we might already have a letter. I think we read this last time. What'd you say?
So who's been hooking us up with these letters?
They
just like the
they just kind of appear. Okay, so I think as soon as it becomes morning, we get a letter from the Inquisitor kind of telling us how our day is gonna go. But for now, I think our plan is just to tour the city and see about talking to as many people as we can, see who's infected with shit. So we're just gonna take a lap around the whole town.
Okay.
And actually, yeah, our people should be okay, but I kind of want to double check one of them just to see if there's like anything special I have to do before I start going around curing people who aren't in my bound. I want to make sure that I don't have to do anything in particular with my bound.
Okay.
So making it through day 12 with all our bound intact gives us the Bachelor's ending, but we can also elect to cure everyone of another character's bound. So like all the people the Harspex needs to save, or all the people the Changeling needs to save, and we can choose their way of... we can choose...
You're gonna hear everything.
Yeah, we can choose their way of saving the town instead. Man, this is great. Love that.
People only shout in this house.
So that's why you need to get the soundproof phones to absorb all those sounds.
I wouldn't have lived to see today if not for you. Now, if my design works, I will be able to revive the town. I'm grateful to you, my love. I'll never forget it.
What are you planning to do?
The polyhedron will become for the new town what the abattoir used to be for the old one. A hub, a nursing organ, a source of vital power, and the origin of its history.
How is it possible?
It is a prism that will refract sun rays focusing them and inseminating the other bank of the river with its blessed warmth. It will all be about the solar cycle. The spots will shift and move, following the laws of every calendar.
Are you going to remove the children from the polyhedron? What will happen to it?
The polyhedron, the beginning and the beginning and the
Alright, our stream is over. Can't do this anymore.
Like, I can lower my thing, I guess, maybe, to not pick up everything coming through the walls. How's that?
Yeah, that'll work for now. Boy, I sure hope you folks stop shouting right outside your room. The polyhedron, the beginning and the starting point of the new town, can accumulate childhood and its own magic, routes, space, and structures that will stretch from the polyhedron will be able to ignite other flames in people who have left the tower.
Will it be truly possible? Can you really do it?
I am not alone. Moreover, I am not showing you my real power. You're leaving today, aren't you? So remember me for who I was. Remember me not as a scarlet mistress, able to grab your life, ignite you, and drag your whole being along, but as a girl with her life hanging by a thread.
Don't forget that your destiny hasn't been determined yet. It is still hanging by a thread.
What are these other answers?
And presumably we're leaving. Some weird stuff. The game continues to have strange options.
Yeah. I can't imagine a reading of Daniel's playthrough where it's like, yeah, Daniel's having such a good time that, you know what, he's moving in. You know? I have never once gotten that vibe from Daniel. Have you?
He loves her. Nope.
My path was called the Mistress. I should have held on to the memory of my wife for the town.
My wife? You saved my life. Thank you. I'll have a chance to put it to good use in the near future. Hey, wait a sec! Isn't that the fucking line that, Mark Immortal said?
So. Whoa. Holy crap.
Do it, please. Please, give your best line reading.
Looking at you frightens me. It seems to me like an unimaginable creature living in a star-filled abyss looks at me through Victor's eyes.
And that's it. That's the last time we're speaking to Victor.
Bye.
God, I fucking love this game. Remember how before I started recording, I called this game Cursed? It's cursed and I love it. Problematic fave. Hi,
Tell me what you
Giorgio.
want, and I will tell you who you are.
You saved my life, dear doctor. Thank you. My life is crucial to feeding another one. Do not rebuke me for my untimely selfishness. I'll have a chance to put it to good use in the near future.
I don't want to talk to these people more than this. So I'm never picking the stop option. Live, Judge. Live for as long as you need to execute your decision.
Okay. Goodbye, Georgie Simon Kane. Oh, there's a Birdman outside of the church. See what this is about. You are too early. The queens will be deciding upon the fate of the remains of this wretched town at 7 o'clock. As for now, the cathedral is closed.
I need to speak to Alexander Block. He's here.
Here? No. He will only arrive at 7 o'clock in the evening. A person of exemplary punctuality and honor that he is.
Now let me see the Inquisitor. We have a lot to talk about before the council begins.
No, Bachelor. You will meet them at 7 o'clock and not a minute earlier. New powers have come into play now. The powers that even a government official cannot oppose. We are only doing their bidding.
What powers?
You'll find that out if every person whose life had been in your hands for the last 12 days has a chance to say a word before the council. Every single bound person.
But Ava's dead.
She apparently does not think so. This unfortunate girl is the only friend of yours that has really done something for you. You won't ever have to take care of her now, yet her voice will be heard. She pleaded and spoke for you.
And the others?
There are a few lives that you personally are responsible for. If these people are safe and sound by the evening, you will be allowed access to the council. You will have a chance to tell Aglia Lilac what you think of her.
By the evening, all of them will be women.
Oh boy, okay, that's
I like
a little. I like your confidence.
I appreciate the game very, like, kind of in your face explaining how to not fuck up like this. Right there. Granted, at this point you're playing the game, I would presume have easily have lost some number of these people. Even past.
Yeah. So we've talked about this before. If you fail to do a main quest on time, which hasn't come up for us in this run, but a member of your bound randomly gets sick or possibly dies. And also other members of other characters' bounds also just seemingly randomly get sick and possibly die if you don't medicate them.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess we're going towards Vlad the Younger. Oh wait, he's not at his home. We'll still check. Okay. Key on him. So I don't think I can even go in his house if that's the case.
Well, he's not dead. He's over at the other place.
Yeah. We'll probably hit that lab. Yeah, basically we just want to make sure there's no executors in front of anyone's house, and if there are, we give them a schmouter or a panacea.
We got a shitload of those. Hoarding them like elixirs, as it were.
Yeah, we've only used one for ourselves, which some people would call a sin playing this game that we used one on ourselves. But we also picked up one extra one. Plus we've done like nearly every quest that could give us something to cure the plague with. So I think we're doing okay.
So, event of the week.
That was a bunch of them.
No more eShop.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can start with video game related. Not yet, but if you're interested in buying anything on the 3DS or Wii U eShop, or at least get money into those accounts, I think you need to do that before the summer hits. because they're apparently going to be disabling your ability to add funds by then, like this year, and the next year is just gone.
If there's any games on there that you
If there's enough people like me, the town will stay the same. We'll surrender ourselves to Clara, unrepentant. A rotten life belongs to the new mistress.
thank you. I need to live a little longer. There's one more thing that needs to be done. My death will not be purposeless now.
Live. Do what you must. Oh, it's Red's hands, apparently.
Yeah. He's like, yay. Yeah, if there's like a game you're worried about not being able to find again, I don't know, fucking hack the planet. I'm sure somebody's working on that for you. There's a bunch of cool guides out there for getting games you want on your system.
Hacking 3DS is easy. I keep missing out on those crazy Nintendo refurbished new 2DS sales.
Oh,
Because they go for like $99. It's insane.
I haven't slept for 3 nights straight. I don't think I'll manage another one.
Dude, get some damn sleep. Thank you. I need to live a little longer. There's one more thing that has to be done. My death will not be purposeless now.
Oh, I'm hoping this guy jazz hands this too. Live. Do what you must.
cool.
This guy's a cool guy pose.
Cool guy
He's
pose.
a fucking giant. He's like a foot taller than us.
Why did my immunity bar just flicker?
Maybe it just went down. Doesn't it just slowly go down and shit?
Possibly.
Presumably. Hopefully.
Potentially.
Oh, it was a Nocturne update on Steam.
Oh. Oh, I got both Guacamelee games for the Switch. Fun little Metroidvanias, I guess. Wrestling themed.
Yeah. I think it's supposed to be bad posture. That's what I would be finally.
Oh.
Yeah, jeez.
Alright, it's our favorite little girl.
Guests are always
Oh
welcome
my God.
here.
If you didn't take care of me, who would breathe life into our town again? I will have so many things to do in 5 or 10 years. Thank you. Thank you.
That last option seems like odd with like the way their conversation goes. I really felt sorry for you once. No need to thank me. I just suddenly felt so sorry for you.
I feel really bad for not, Oh, I didn't have any bottles anyway. Oh well. That would have been a good time to piss on her, I guess. Alright, dude.
My path was called the diaphragm.
Okay, this is literally the same dialogue.
Characters aren't important enough.
Well, I think it's just they're members of another character's bound, so they don't have anything like that interesting to say to you.
Okay.
But wait, we're just gonna go through the town and check each one and make sure that they are alive and well. That's what we're doing.
No, so I had to help a friend of mine buy his new car. Oh
Ooh.
god, I am definitely not looking forward to buy a car for myself in the future. The shit he had to deal with. Ugh.
I'm actually right now. So my car is 2010 model car.
Wow. What?
It's only got like just barely 60,000 miles on it,
Uh huh.
and parts aren't like difficult to acquire. Nor have I had like any, troubles with it. You're not
What
getting
model
bombarded
is
with
this?
park clouds at all. The Toyota Camry.
Oh, of course, Toyota. Okay.
Right before COVID hit, I was like relentlessly getting offers
Oh
from, like,
yeah.
dealers and stuff that wanted my car. So I know it's a solid model. Like right now, I'm thinking about like.
We got one.
We got one, boys.
Okay, this person is sick. Can't they be helped? Have a panacea. Cool.
Like teleported, came back out. Damn, this is.
Clemency is born out of virtue, but
Yeah, the Lara Revel like runs a shelter. So wanna play chess? What's the winning move, guys?
Use your queen.
Oh, it doesn't like do the code DS. You gotta plead with the king. Just put yourself in the check.
And then what? What's your plan after that?
That scene is so funny. Purposely checkmating yourself just to see what the opponent would do.
Tell me you don't know play chess, but not saying it, or something, or whatever that.
Yeah. Tell me you don't play chess without telling me you don't play chess.
Oh yeah, okay, that's how it goes. Yeah.
By the way, ideally, we are able to save before 7 rolls around and watch all the endings. Ideally.
Yeah.
Yulia!
If there is enough people.
Alright.
Do what you must. Like how in I remember Oblivion when you have like like Skyrim too, like chessboards and shit and other like random clutter. It's like knocking around. Spellcrafting yourself in Oblivion, just a spell that does no damage but just does a shit ton of like physics force.
Oh,
It's so funny.
you have to do 1 damage and then you max out the range.
Yep.
Yeah.
1 damage fire spell that just.
Yeah, I make that spell and then I call it Clean Room. That's what it does.
Well, it's just like T2 atomic bomb. Like especially there's a lot of wild animals. They're just suddenly like, oh, they're all in flames, but they're okay. Okay.
I also like to make a spell that casts fear on everybody in town. Or frenzy. Save, cast it, laugh, load.
Next week's gonna be a busy week with both finally the Final Fantasy VI Fix Remastered hit.
Dude, fucking FF6 and Elden Ring.
Only in things of.
There is no death. But I don't even know what the other options are. I guess the first option is always talk to me more. Which, no thanks. Alright, is this changeling girl over here?
My path was called the.
Oh. I am to perform the most precious feat of all, the feat of self-sacrifice. I will do what Simon has done. Every single particle of my body and soul will become life-bearing, bursting with life and granting it to others. There will be no cannon fire. The town will continue to grow. The thread to the future will stretch from the very dawn of time.
Do you really believe that it can be done?
We are too few now, but if there's at least a dozen of us, it will be enough for the town to expand further and beyond. hopefully, the place where daydreams are captured and fulfilled will live to see 200 years more. And how many of those like me have survived?
That first option there. I don't care. I wanted to save your life, not for the sake of future sacrifices.
I like the idea that answer just ending with, I don't care.
Yes. Like, I think I've brought up Oblivion Instagram like multiple times already, but it's a shame that I've never encountered like a mod that just adds I don't care as a dialogue option. And just like maybe lowers their disposition, makes them frowny face.
Or just shut up.
Shut up!
Stop talking. Okay, there's a guy in our bound.
You're close. I know that.
You saved my life, Daniel. Thank you. I'll put it to good use. You won't regret it.
Live, Peter. Work and dream. Hold Andre's hand, or he may do something bad.
Hold on, here's what's going to happen. The part of the town on this bank of the river will be deserted. The people who will have found shelter in the specular cocoon will become its new inhabitants.
What are you going to build?
My brother and I will build the whole town. The cold hall will look like a mud pie and a sandbox compared to it. I've designed it in my mind already.
Really? Tell me.
I told you already of the idea to construct a building with variable density. Or was it someone else? But there's also a not house. There is a house that erupts from itself. An inside-out house, so to speak. But without the inside part. So it's just an outhouse? An encircled suburb that is at war with the center, a bridge suburb, and of course, a growing house that changes every week.
I think this is my favoriteest character in the game. How could you possibly invent all that? Are you really going to build all those things?
That was an effulgent epiphany, a true eureka moment. My brother and I have planned the space already. We have laid roads, placed suburbs and districts, and when we saw the whole thing and realized how much energy was hiding in it, we exchanged glances. It will rival the cities of the greatest ancient civilizations.
That town of yours will only exist on paper. Like with the polyhedron, it will turn into a full-size model itself, made of its own designs.
You're wrong, but why should I prove anything to you? Time will tell.
All right. I hope you will stop sinking in the green whirlpool. The herb is pulling you to the bottom already. There is neither warmth nor light there. Right.
Yeah, he's a pretty fucking great character.
It's so nuts. Ugh.
Let's visit Sticky. I think Sticky is someone's bound.
Sticky.
Yeah, he's the Haruspex. Haruspex looks after all the children, basically. The old Gimskis and then every child. Yeah, I feel like we'll disappoint viewers, which, by the way, we have at least one. They've been commenting on YouTube. What's up?
Impossible.
But, Yeah, I feel like we'll be disappointing viewers of these videos if we don't get the NPCs to give us their life spiel. Also, before you ask me, Jihoon, yes, there is a vacuum running.
Enough chinba.
I don't hear it
My
this time.
path was called the last vampire. I would have surely caught the weird albino if it not for the plague.
If you didn't take care of me, who would breathe life into our town again? I will have so many things to do in 5 or 10 years. Thank you, thank you!
You think this town is still able to take a new lease of life?
Definitely. It won't be easy, of course, but life has to be fought for. Otherwise, it's not real. Do not tear off the umbilical cord that has been feeding all of us since the beginning of time. These things are already going extinct almost everywhere.
Indeed. At least it's still alive here. You still do remember your origins.
Yeah, like, honestly, you know, given what I know what I just said and everything, but little kid talking to me about umbilical cord, I'm fucking out of here.
You're supposed to eat the umbilical cord.
Ah.
That's what Death Stranding is all about.
It's also how you get closer to the Great One.
Get closer to these nuts.
You eat 3 of them.
I cannot get close to something that doesn't exist. I have a new segment called Am I the Odd One?
Well, are you?
Oh, here's a situation. Okay, so during my high school years and in college years, there's always a kid who goes like whenever budget comes to talk when we talk about budgets and all that kind of stuff. Oh, how do you do that? They always say something like, "Oh, I don't care. It's my parents' money." Like, so here's the thing: when people say that, are they like spoiled or dumb? I just don't know how they don't see the connection between the fact that if you're still living with your parents and then the parents run out of your money, they can buy you shit. I don't know. Am I the odd one here?
The cynical and don't care.
I don't know, man. The Earth might not even be here in 5 years. Who cares?
Oh yeah, climate change, yo. Earth's melting.
Like, to some extent, like, I have, like, little, I don't know, I clown on people sometimes, but, like, overall, I don't have it in me to, like, judge people anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, I don't know, everyone's got it tough. You know, people are kind of, like, barely surviving, you know, with everything that's going on, and I just, you know, everybody's got a different journey.
I just thought, like, whenever somebody says, like, "Oh, I don't care, it's my parents' money," I'm like, I just sometimes whenever I heard that, I just couldn't help but to.
Where did everyone go?
If you didn't take care of me, who would breathe life into our town again? I have so many things to do in 5 or 10 years. Thank you, thank you.
You think this town is still able to take a new lease of life? I just saying the same shit.
This is the same thing. Okay. Well, that makes me feel a little better. I'm still just visiting everybody, I guess. I don't know if there's, like, a way for me to visit, Haruspex or Changeling or not. I don't really know.
Yeah, you're supposed to.
You're a resident expert on this game.
Yeah.
Well, this room is kind of how we're gonna find out. I would have expected the Haruspex to be here. So I don't think we can talk to them until our fateful moment later. Okay, we checked on Taya.
We'll still scream in here.
Yeah. Oh, and notably, Vlad the Impaler was nowhere to be found. Don't know where he is.
Oh, he's
But-
busy impaling, that's all.
Yeah, it's probably fine. Who is... Okay, we're heading over here. We'll check on Asmodee. We'll check on Grace. I think I have to check on the kid who lives inside the train. Murky, I think their name is. We've only talked to them once. They said that Clara was actually the Shabnakadir, and it's like, wow, you're looking really tall today, Clara, and she was like floating a foot above the ground and making like clicking and hissing sounds at him.
Sounds odd.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the only time we talk to that person. Obviously, I said earlier how Respects kind of takes care of all the children. He has a deeper relationship with Murky. But Bachelor only talks to them once. Okay, well that saves us some trouble. Oh wait. Huh? Whatever. Nope, down. So we haven't run into any plague clouds or thugs.
Oh yeah.
They're all extincted. We've killed them all.
You killed the fart cloud.
If there's enough people like me, the town will stay the same. We'll surrender ourselves to Clara unregretted. A rotten life belongs to the new mistress.
My death will not be purposeless now.
What kind of thing?
Okay, this... Okay.
Bye.
These people all say the same fucking thing.
Don't care.
What?
Okay, this guy's a member of our band. You saved my life, old chap. Lovely. Soon you'll see I won't let you down. Your gift is greatly appreciated and is going to be put to good use.
What are you going to do with your life? Tell me.
I have finally realized what my part is, you know. I'm good at breaking through to where no one is supposed to. I'm really good at breaking rules, and challenging and contradicting. But I have no idea how to build something. Exactly. There is no Andre. Only the brothers Stamatin, the twins. We are worthless without one another. And together we are worth more than any of the old school masters. For Peter's fantasies have no limits. He's too naive for that. And I have the genuine freedom of action.
You don't conform to anything.
And this is exactly why I'll be able to implement anything invented by Peter and blessed by Maria's love. Neither death, nor the law itself will stop me. All in all, I'm staying. I love this future pyre. It makes me feel like a demiurge.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure we'll meet in the capital soon enough. Your first drink will be on me.
Cheers to that. Coffee. Booze. Thank you. Asbity. What time is it? 5. Okay. So we have 14 hours until the end of the world. I mean until we save the town. Yeah, until the moon falls.
Well, it's the end of this world. The game ends. There'll no longer be any more player input in this universe.
Am I an absolute fool who went the wrong way? Yeah, I'll fix that. So Jihoon, you gonna get any shiny new games to play in your computer?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, I was bench. I was kind of testing with
Yeah, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. You enjoying it?
Rise of Tomb Raider.
Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah, my older computer couldn't even load that up for some reason. So I'm enjoying that out.
Hell yeah.
It's the second one after the reboot.
Yeah. I've only played the first one, but I own all of them because they were all free on Epic or whatever.
To do evil. Shabnakadir is tracing the streets like bacteria.
Isn't there always something? I don't know what it is.
Look the way that you don't have any music dialogue.
She's in her specs bound.
I see the Genshin Impact is free on their homepage. That's a big thing that I see first.
Yeah, scroll down a little bit more.
Come on, couldn't take a joke. Or it's my joke that's the bad.
It didn't register as a joke, if that's what you're asking.
No, seriously though, like, how do I close this research? Oh, here it is.
Yeah, if you go to like the store's main page, it should be there. You just gotta scroll a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, the brothers, Tales of Two Sons is free.
Okay.
My
Yeah, right now it's just a typical free to play game. Not a biscuit.
Yeah, I heard something about a pretty decent sale on GOG. I don't know what it is for sale, but I've seen people talking about it.
I get shit. Good old game. I get some shit. I'm coming for doing whatever.
What?
Oh,
I just couldn't hear whatever you just said.
Technically my mic is kind of far, so I was just saying how I feel like they got some people are hating it for GOG for a while because something they did. I just don't know what they were.
They're owned by CD Projekt Red, and the whole thing with what's that? Cyberpunk, and also they kind of experimented with putting a few games on their store that have DRM, and I think they removed them all. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what happened there.
Yeah, I think that might be.
Yeah, I don't know. Valve does dumb stuff. Look at what's that game called? Artifact, that they shit canned after like a month. I don't know. Like, I feel like people like really just fucking rag on all of Valve's like competitors for, I don't know, not that great of a reason. Like, I think the idea of competition is a lot more valuable than, you know, like boycotting a whole storefront for like some small slight. I don't know. I don't want to tell people what to do, but I just don't think anything's so bad. Well, this isn't good up here. Glad we checked.
Who's living here?
Murky. This person is sick. Can they be helped? Cool.
Take my drugs.
So this is the child I was talking about who said they saw a weird Clara. How do we even fucking get in here? Ah. Yeah. Do you remember us going in here? No, that's okay.
Did we get guns?
We got guns nearby.
Yeah, I totally remember.
I think we visited Murky when we were trying to, remember when we had to get, blood vials and check people's blood, like, all around town, like, the Changeling and, oh geez, I think it was, like, Anna Angel and Lara Ravel. Maybe Yulia. Like, we had to go and, like, check a bunch of ladies' blood. And it all turned out to be a red herring.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that is when we met Murky, but I'm not sure.
Which of the literature term or technique do you like the most? Like red herring or Chekhov's gun?
Oh, I'm a big fan of Chekhov's gun.
That's it? Nothing else?
Like something that's like prominent at some point down the line has to show up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, if you show a gun on the table in Act 1, it's got to be fired by Act 3.
Almost like a foreshadowing, but at the same time, not. I mean,
That's
that's
just
some
a good
research.
setup and payoff type scenario.
Yeah, it's set up and payoff.
Always solid.
Sexual. Okay.
Trying to think if there's any that we're missing. Murky was a really good catch. Because she's way the fuck out there. Trying to think if there's anybody we haven't checked up on. I know about Vlad the Younger. I don't think there's anything we can do about him one way or another.
That the guy I screwed you over on?
Yeah.
Sweet.
We kind of counter-screwed him back.
Oh, there's a gaslighting.
That's not really a literary term, and that's more just like a form of abuse.
That's true.
What, gaslighting? Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to find a list that has something like a red herring, Chekhov's gun. Oh, MacGuffin.
Oh, yeah. Wow, that was fucking loud in my ear.
I wonder why.
I was going to see if there was like the list for other bounds. Yeah, off the top of my head, I can't think of any other people who might be sick. I think we're fucking aces.
What about you?
I don't believe we're sick.
Now just doing that as a plot twisting.
Ooh.
You saved them all, but what about you?
No, I'm not sick.
That happens.
So our whole thing is we need to be at the church at 7. So let's just cross the bridge and hang out with we'll check in on Eva Yen's house, see if anybody's in there. Yeah, it's nice to just go on a stroll through the town without dealing with horse shit. The morning of the 12th day has come. Today is the final day. You have less than 14 hours to make the right choice. Day 12, in which it finally becomes apparent what it was all about.
That's helpful. I still don't know how. I mean, I have ideas, I guess. There's how many endings there are.
Hey, have some drugs. Okay, alright. Rations. Delicious egg. Fish. Some fucking, milk. Yeah, have some milk. Let us sleep 1 hour. We got letters. Okay. A letter from the powers that be. Bachelor, we thought we should write because you don't seem to be listening to what we tell you. You've gotten out of hand. As of late, you keep doing whatever you please. This is unacceptable. You are spoiling the game. If this letter reaches you in good time, do come to the polyhedron. They will let you inside. Keep your eyes tightly closed. Descend to the bottom and say 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes. We'd like to have a little chat with you. Signed, the people who own you.
No one owns me except myself.
Okay, so we did it, boys. We saved everyone in the town and got the good ending. We are saving that for last. So I'm making I made a separate save for that. How exciting. The Haruspex proposal. I was told you were looking for an alternative way, Oinon. I know what we must do. We have no other choice but to offer an inordinate sacrifice. Doing so is still the most humane thing that can be done. If you think you could trust my judgment, come see me, and I will tell you the details of it. I'm running out of time. So much has happened recently that I feel as if I'm being torn in two. Help me, Barack. Okay, so we're just gonna sleep some more. Let's sleep 6 hours.
The time traveling.
Yep. We got another letter. Okay, Changeling's request. Do you remember the letter I sent you? The time has come. The victory I am trying to lead you to is not enabled by reason. It is made possible by faith alone. You cannot prove it. You can only feel it deep within your heart. I am in the left wing of the termitary, so come along if you want to talk. My plan is the only one that will work. Nothing has to die, Clara. And a reminder from the Inquisitor, tonight at 7, proceedings will be held at the town cathedral. I earnestly request your attendance. You will introduce your argument before this obtuse commander in order to substantiate our, I should hope, decision. I also ask you to put all your current affairs in order before the proceedings. The situation is at a stalemate. Whatever authority I wield is not enough to guarantee that the right decision is enforced. I rely upon your discretion, as well as your decency. Aglaia Lilac, Inquisitor. Okay, what time is it? Alright. So I think we can just... Oh, wait. 17 is 5, so...
1700 is 1900, or 7 p.m. is 1900.
Also minus 12. Is that easy?
Alright, 7 12.
Okay. So we will get the Bachelor's ending first.
Okay. Is there like 5 endings or something, or whatever? One for each character?
Yeah, I think you called it.
Super ending and super bad ending.
Yeah. Yep. Come, Bachelor. The Assembly is awaiting your decision. The queens of the chessboard are in a deadlock. They have each other pinned down. The game very well may end in a tragic stalemate. You are a pawn at the finishing line. Deliver your checkmate. Mate.
Do I hear laughter from under your ugly beak?
Damn.
Funny. Now everything will be decided. The Inquisitor lass seems to think she has used you. Confused? Don't you fret. She's also nothing. Everything was leading to this. You are now acting in the interest of inevitability. You can't get away from it. Evil conquers all.
Make way.
Oh. They've already begun. What are you waiting for? Do you want to make the optimal impression barging in?
I laugh at you, person in a mask.
I am
Why
indeed
are they
powerless,
playing me up?
as you can see. I am accused of having arranged your discovery. I've lost my vote of confidence, so tell them whose discovery it is, for the laurels are yours. Are you in doubt?
They made up my mind. Let's not waste our time on unnecessary speeches.
My path was called the Return of the Magic. I wanted to claim the power to create a place of miracles and lovely lawlessness.
I knew you would come.
When will you begin to execute your design, Maria?
I have already begun, my Daniel. When the night falls and the wind scatters the smoke above the scorched earth and the dust of the buildings demolished settles, you will see several new constellations light up in the sky. They will plunge their light towards us, and when the first specks of this light reach the constellations of the polyhedron, a miracle will happen.
What will they be like? How are you going to call them?
I'll see but I expect them to be mostly red. Ruby, scarlet, crimson, carmine, merlot, mahogany, vermilion, garnet, rose pink, burgundy. Perhaps you may even notice something familiar in the structure of these constellations.
Where will these constellations come from?
They have existed for a long time already. People just couldn't see them before because their light was hurrying towards us from far beyond. Now the first rays of these stars are about to reach our surfaces. We will see their light reflected in the specular planes of the preserved polyhedron.
What will become of your family, Maria?
Perishing, burning down, dissolving without a trace. This is my family's destiny. It happened to my mother. It happened to Simon. Tomorrow, Georgi dies, and my father will fade out in a week. And in 10 years, when my town is complete, I will pass on in the same fashion.
What will happen to the children? Will you expel them from the tower?
There is nothing to be done about it. They have to free up the space for the new guests. My brother will become embittered, betray me, and rebel against me. But I'll find a way to deal with him. He will cower behind Capella's back, willingly when my mother's eyes frown and glare at him.
Have you become a mistress already? Almost every single one of our things is a question.
No, I haven't. You won't see it here, unless you're planning to stay, of course.
No. Is this going to be a decider? You're not going to tell me.
No.
I won't. I'll leave the town on the military train at dawn.
Okay, here we go. Holy shit.
Oh, man.
So, Bachelor, it was neither greed nor plotting nor circumstance that has informed your choice, but it's your conscience alone. I have been given orders to level everything here, but if that's not necessary, I am willing to trust your judgment, risking my life and honor, for I am merciful. Where shall I point the weapon?
That option is so lame. Let the settlement be destroyed, but there's no reason to hurt the polyhedron. The survivors will find shelter there until we vaccinate them and the epidemic dies out.
So you think that the town is doomed?
I do. The soil underneath it is soaked with poison. We're very lucky that the ground here is so fastidious. Plow every inch of it up with shells, shake it and pull its rocks out, split it into cracks so that no one would ever dare re-inhabit this land. This side of the river is inhabitable. Oh my god.
I see.
I see.
And you believe that the tower will make it through the bombardment, despite its base being so thin?
Yes. The tower must keep its balance. I've studied its structure and I'm inclined to believe that it's rather earthquake resistant. It's like a weight on a steel spring. If no shell explodes on the opposite bank of the river, the polyhedron will remain intact.
Shells will only fall where I point them to fall.
Let it be so.
Can you prove that this is a good way out?
I can. Here are my arguments. A bacteria specimen, the vaccine, the blueprints, and the map charting the source of the pest.
Are you sure there's nothing else you'd like to tell me?
I am sure, Commander. The choice has been made.
Okay, so this is what Daniel has written down in his journal. This is the last day we have left. The choice has to be made. Let the tower remain, whatever the cost. Nothing like it will ever be built again. It is not a mere building, but a symbol. It allows us a hope of a possibility that some false truths of our ill-fated epoch might be overthrown. It's a delicate fortress that holds veritable proof that however well-established our notions of possibility are, they still fail to account for what may or may not exist. This is a bastion I am willing to fight for. As for the powers that be, they are going to regret their hypocrisy. They were so determined to force me to observe the promise I gave not to disappoint. The town they are so fond of will be reduced to rubble. This I have spoken.
Okay.
So what the fuck we do now?
It will be as you choose.
There's...
I go outside.
My arms are stiff.
Oh, I think we just chill. Okay. We can do that.
Oh, when is this supposed to trigger?
I guess once we snooze past midnight. Hehehehe. Yeah, that's it. We burned it all down.
Burn it all the way.
So I think what we do is we let the credits roll this one time.
Okay.
And then we'll skip them all the rest of the time. So we burned the whole town down except for the polyhedron. That is the ending of the Bachelor's route. Yeah. So I have a very pointed question to Ji-hoon. I remember building this up as a game that Ji-hoon would despise. Like, I was suggesting maybe Ji-hoon, like, take a break for a while we do this one. I don't know. How do you feel about this one by the end, Ji-hoon? Was this an experience you were happy to be a part of? Or you feel like this is all just like a waste of time?
You're putting me in a tough spot here, man. Especially people are watching. Depending on how I say, I'm gonna get canceled.
Time. I for one enjoyed this game.
Cool.
Good. Let's keep it that way. No comment from me is needed, right? I mean, definitely not the game that I would play on my own for sure. Like, it's just definitely not my cup of tea. Because, you know, especially, I mean, I was gonna say too many texts, but then again, I play the games like 999. For me, that game was like very absorbing. Is that the right term?
Yeah. I think the difference between 999 and this game, with regards to its text, is that every conversation that you have with an NPC in Pathologic has the same exact feeling as when anybody brings up the fucking mummy on the Titanic or conspiracy theories or anything like that. It's all just like, oh god, you know? Like, every conversation in this game gives you that feeling, and there's a lot less of those kinds of conversations in 999. Is that kind of your take?
I'd say a lot of that was like on specific characters. I wouldn't say that's for every character.
Yeah. True. Dude, fucking Peter Stamatin. The drunk architect. Oh boy. Love that clown. Who was you guys' favorite character?
Crazy Designer Man.
Okay. Jihoon?
Person who died within the first episode.
Person who died.
We never even met him.
Exactly. That's why.
And he supposedly didn't die.
Oh, it was Simon or Isidore?
Yeah.
Which one? The immortal guy who was the whole reason for him coming, or the guy who sent the letter? Haruspeck's father. Because two people died in the first day.
The guy who Bachelor's original goal.
Okay. So your favorite character was Sir not appearing in this film.
The less you appear in this game, the better you are.
The only winning move is to not play.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, so speaking of that, it is possible we did meet Simon. How do you feel about that? I think I know where Andrew lies on this question, but did we meet Simon inside of the vessel that is Georgi Kane?
My answer is no. And it's bullshit.
It's all shit. It's all bullshit.
Don't you have any input? Say the opposite.
Opposite.
There you go.
Opposite?
Happened to buy a dead guy.
Is there... Okay, aside from Simon, is there a character who, you wanted to know more about or get to know better, but it didn't seem like it was possible in this route?
The two other possible characters. One got like little snippets of them.
By the way, can you raise your volume back now that I'm sure you're...
Oh, Andrew?
Yeah, now the family member. I'm sure family member not yelling in the background now.
No luck with that, but I'm up to some.
Okay. The most special thanks of all.
Most special. Nice. You're the key to all of this. That's why the key showed up on the screen at the same time. I just want one of these games where there's like all this bullshit about like supernatural elements and like magic and like all this other nonsense, but you can just dispel it all and it's all bullshit. That hasn't been the case, I don't think, in any of these games yet. I guess Shenmue sort of.
Wait just a little bit longer tonight.
Okay. I will say that was probably the most frustrating element of like 999 to me. With one thing, once again, I don't want to talk about other game endings or anything, but
yeah,
like I was hoping it would be more grounded in reality than it ultimately panned out as. I still enjoyed it.
And I think I was hoping for the opposite. I wanted it to be more goofy and supernatural. Like, they kept talking about, like, the Egyptian lady in the coffin. And I was,
there was a payoff.
There was a payoff, yeah, but it wasn't really what I wanted. I remember that being my, like, #1 criticism was, like, what the fuck was the real mummy?
Also, I looked more into that game. I don't want to talk about that game too much, but I don't know if either of you ever played the original on DS, but apparently like a lot of things that you get clued into only by the end, you kind of get clued into much earlier, theoretically, because of how it presents itself on 2 screens.
Yeah,
you lack that on the PC release.
Yeah, I don't remember in detail, but I wouldn't be surprised if that happened.
Yeah, there's like the visual novel, like where it's like the character talking to you in the text box at the bottom, and then like the novel form, which is just like the chat log basically.
Because they released the game again for the iPad, and then it was just straight up like novel mode or something like that. That's how they sold it.
Yeah. But yeah, apparently in that like kind of chat log form, you got like little messages from June as you played, and that was kind of your window into that. Yeah.
But this game, there's a sequel game, and it seemed like it takes place during the same time frame. Is that right?
Yes.
I'm curious about that too. It's like an interquel, right? Is that how they describe that kind of thing?
I guess so. So, it takes place with the same characters in the same place at the same time, but like if you zoom out from the story, like and just like make an outline of like all the major things that happen in the game's plot, it's pretty much the same, but the details all get shifted around. So, yeah, I don't know.
Like a remake then.
It's yeah, but
of the
like
Final Fantasy VII variety.
Yeah, it's a different thing. Gameplay wise, it's a shitload better. It's a whole shitload better than this from a gameplay perspective. But I think this Pathologic one just had more text to soak up, and I think that's like a big reason why like there's people who are a bigger proponent of this than of Pathologic 2. But Pathologic 2 has a lot more atmosphere. It feels more like a horror game. So that's something to look forward to. Okay. This save point.
Okay. So now we gotta meet up with the other PCs to kind of activate their ending routes.
So we are going to meet up with the Harspex, who is... Okay, let me check. Same building where he was imprisoned on day 5. Oh. Okay. So that was... factory building number 3, I think. I think that's where it was. So let's check that.
I just realized Final Fantasy VI and Elden Ring are like less than 24 hours apart as far as when they release.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I
can jump back and forth, I guess.
Yeah, I feel a little bad for Final Fantasy VI, but I mean, like, it's also a game where, like, If people really wanted to play it, they've played it before, and nobody's played Elden Ring before. So, I don't know. There's definitely got to be a huge overlap in that audience for people who want FF6 and Elden Ring. So, this is the part where I say I am completely media blackout about Elden Ring. I have seen one trailer where it looked like it was Dark Souls, but you ride a horse.
Yeah,
that is all I've seen.
I've seen the trailer, and they released, I guess, the starting classes, and so I kind of looked at what those are.
I accidentally saw a picture on Twitter where apparently you can play as a samurai or some kind of like priest-looking guy.
Yep, that's one of the starters.
Yeah, so that's cool. Before this, I assumed, but I didn't know that you could even like build a character. You know, like. For all I knew, it could have been another Sekiro. I didn't even fucking know.
It's looking very, like the rest of the Souls-like games, which is my jam. I'm definitely gonna go naked. Yeah, it's the best way to approach these games on a first time, because then like every discovery is like, oh man, I want to try this out.
Fair.
Apparently some people have already gotten their hands on it, so it's like a lot of people are like, oh god, off the internet.
You can never off the internet. If you try.
I wonder how well it runs without the day zero. That's always a concern now, is like no game ever ships complete.
Nowadays, yeah. Unfortunately.
I think with most of these Soul games, it's usually just balance patches. I don't think there's ever really been a truly like on-release game like disastrous.
Yeah, make game work patch.
Diablo 3.
Day one patches. That just comes from weird like time tables or whatever, where it's like a game must be released on this date while they're still working on it all the way to that point.
Well,
so whatever
okay,
worked out for a certain point just becomes a patch.
So Jihyun brought up Diablo 3, and I disagree. that was an issue with like the game being incomplete when it was shipped out. Okay. That was a problem with the servers exploding.
Like, if you want to be incomplete, you want to be incomplete. That's your criteria. Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking like your Mass Effect Andromeda.
Oh, that's for sure. Yeah.
Cyberpunk.
The notorious on release it was unplayable. Like they removed it from the PlayStation Store.
Well, latest one is the Battlefield. Like I don't know the actual gameplay, but people complain like it's very incomplete or quite a mess.
I saw a picture of it showing like the number of like weapons in that game in comparison to like 2 other Battlefields, and it's like a quarter of the number of.
I've never played a Battlefield.
Neither have I.
And what else?
Hello, friend.
I'm tired.
I hope you're happier than I am, Oinon. So have you mustered up the resolve to...
What about you?
I'm in doubt, Oinon. All this time I've been walking between 2 paths. I hoped that eventually they would converge into one, but they went into different directions. I know how to preserve the town without risks. I could have shown you the proof I've promised, but I was a bit short on time.
Tell me how you would do this.
I would destroy the polyhedron. This is the price that has to be paid for procuring enough raw material to create tons of panacea. I would keep the settlement, of course. An abandoned, dangerous place is 100-fold worse than an inhabited one that's ruled with resolve.
So you would demolish the polyhedron. That's your price for saving the town. But how would this powder keg of a settlement be ruled?
I would tackle the hardest task myself, ruling the dome that is covering the depths. The living part that has a protective crust, I'd pass over to the new generation of rulers brought up by Capella. If another outbreak ever happens, we'll have enough panacea to nip the epidemic in the bud.
The next generation of rulers? You mean your bound children?
Yes, exactly. Olgimskaya has marked them, and her mark is not of this world. She is never wrong. Say, if you took it upon yourself to take care of them, I'd have the time to prepare my arguments before evening, and could attended the council well prepared. But the changeling has ruined them, and now some of them are dying.
I suppose I could help them.
Really? Then I could present the commander with arguments in favor of a proposal that will preserve this town at the cost of destroying the tower. This is a wise arrangement, and, as my heart tells me, a lasting one. I'm thinking about the future of my community.
What do you need for that?
My confidants are alive, so I'll come. I see no problems with that. But are you absolutely sure they really are alive?
I am. Your confidants are alive and well. I'll see you at the council, Barack. So if we didn't save all of the opposite player characters' confidants, we don't gain access to their choices or their ending routes? Okay.
Barack will come to a cathedral. If I allow him to pass the ultimate judgment, he will destroy the polyhedron so that the town may survive at the cost of its uncommonness. Once again, the town will become the same backwater hole it was before. The Hippocratic Oath enjoins us to preserve the life of a genius by means of curative lobotomy. Vigorous applause. Considering that the Bachelor and the Haruspecs are rather diametrically opposed to each other in their viewpoints as to like how to go on from here, obviously the Bachelor is not thrilled based on what he wrote in his letter. Vigorous applause. But yeah, even for like good endings, these endings are kind of just like, huh? That's it? You know, like Bachelor's wasn't really all that much. You just get a
blow
little.
Up the town. Well, yeah, I mean, animation-wise, perhaps not, but like the concept, like what you've chosen to remedy the situation here.
I love that the Bachelor's ending is just like, man, fuck this town, burn it to the ground, except that building. That building's cool.
You need to do that to get the raw materials, Kevin. Alice was teasing some kind of devil summoner thing.
Oh, they've been uploading the opening lately. The Alice Center, yeah.
I forgot I have to nap before I go to Cathedral.
Catch some Z's.
Just like in real life.
Got time travel. It's the most effective method.
You can't stay awake in the cathedral. Did you guys ever attend the church?
Nope.
Oh, okay. At least once.
Nope. I have always been non-religious.
Okay.
Was that about church?
I like it. Have
you ever gone?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have, oh, crap, what is that called? Communion? I don't know.
Okay.
I can get, married in the Catholic Church if I wanted to.
That never happened.
I have the paperwork. Sounds like a boring wedding.
Okay, we've seen it. Oh, I can't skip it. Okay.
Unskippable. It's not a modern game.
Cutscene. 0 out of 5 now.
Oh, he's here.
I'm suspecting if we talk to every character we can, they can all show up here.
Oh, Marie's got to grip herself again.
Ah.
Okay, so a different thing is he is here.
That tower will have to be destroyed. That's how we procure Ichor.
Look at them. You see now that she is a victim. Do not paint her a demon. She is just honestly doing her duty. Like you or me.
We are protecting Aglaya. Does she really have something to say in her defense?
I'm just still confused. What has she done to deceive you? Did she lie to you? Has she withheld the truth? I think you've learned everything you have without her help. Every conclusion you've made is your own. The whole town was at your disposal.
That is true, but the point stays. I would have never become her ally had she uncovered her true goal from the start.
Why? You two had the same purpose, overcoming the epidemic. And don't you tell me she doesn't want it. It's a matter of principle and professional honor for her.
I saw a person serving the truth just as faithfully as I do in her, but she is a turned skin.
Why?
She came as a lightbringer, capable of resolving all our misfortunes with the power of her intelligence, and ended up being a traitor that tried to sell me another lie under the guise of the ultimate truth.
You're just holding a grudge, Oinon, nothing more. You only feel betrayed because you've entrusted yourself to her. But that was your own choice. It's unwise to brand someone a savior beforehand, and then denounce them when they fail to live up to your expectations, even though they didn't know you had them.
She knew. That's the difference. She knew and exploited my hopes.
You see this other option?
Oh my! Would you look at her?
You brought this on yourself. Don't even try to get even with Aglaya. If you want to destroy the town and save the tower only to get to her and push her towards her demise, that would be unbecoming of you, Oinon. It is you who will turn into a spiteful puppeteer, driven by his thirst for revenge.
Not about revenge. I just want to keep my word and to fulfill my mission fairly.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright, so we get our option there now. It's added into the mix. So you only have to destroy the polyhedron to put an end to the disease spreading. There's no point in raising the whole town.
I'm surprised to hear that from you. Can you prove it is a sensible choice?
I respect Swell. I trust him. He will speak the language of the scary tales of our long-lost childhood, the language I've forgotten already. Let him tell you of his relationship with his tribal kin. That's the recipe for saving the town, as far as I understand.
Now we shall speak with you, Artemy Barak, Bachelor Denkovsky. Are you sure there's nothing else you'd like to tell me?
I am sure, Commander. The choice has been made. Done.
I'm bleeding again.
Where shall you go now, Oinon? Who will you look in the face?
I don't know. I did everything I could. Bye.
Yeah, I assume there's not really... Like, based on the options we got, like, after we chose the Bachelor's ending, like, I'm assuming that, like, there's not really anything new to talk about with the other NPCs. I guess I could have checked, but I really get that feeling.
It's just going to be, because they just explain and kind of talk about another character, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I think when you trigger... Like, you could probably walk into there with also the Changeling having been talked to, and then all of those options will be available when you talk to the army guy.
What? No, stop sleepwalking. Okay.
Scary. Little kids playing with the sandcastle thing.
Okay, so interestingly, I've seen both the Bachelor's and the Haruspex' endings before. I've never seen the Changeling ending.
Neither have I.
Yeah. I have an idea of what the consequences of her route are. But I guess it remains to be seen. Alright, so Clara's in the termitary. So we got a bit of a walk. She only shows up after we get the letter from her, but we'll get it by the time we get over there. Just got it.
There's a changeling hanging out.
The termitary, so in here. Yes! Let it all out.
Is that what you wanted?
You got any more?
This would be a perfect time for me to make a fart noise, but I'm not good at that.
So I have kind of an uncle figure. He's not actually an uncle, but he's in that kind of role. Who is very, very good at mimicking fart sounds. Like, dude's incredible. So he always just like walks around going like, oh, oh, just as he's going about his day, you know. It's great.
Perfect. And that's why you look him up.
Dude, when I was a little kid, I wanted to fucking be him, man. He has like a cool like guitar collection. He's like a ridiculously good guitarist. Like he's in like a cover band with my my aunt, and is kind of like a studio like sessions guitarist. So like I think he, like, you know how sometimes in like in the notes about an album or a song it'll say something like additional guitars by so and so, something like that. That would be like what my uncle does.
Oh.
You know.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Is there a particular item or game that you're looking forward to get the moment you get your first paycheck?
I've been thinking a lot about Elden Ring, if that counts. Also, probably Pokemon Legends.
Game is good.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Off the top of my head, I don't really know. I'm pretty interested in getting Death Stranding Director's Cut. I figured if I've waited this long to, like, you know, try it and see if I'd like it, you know, this Director's Cut thing's coming out, so I might as well just get that one.
Hey, you got the Game of the Year edition there.
Yeah.
Effectively. It's the Super Edition.
Yeah, Super Duper Edition.
Definitely not the game you can stream because there's so much copyright music on it.
Yeah, I did hear about that. There's like a song by Churches who I really like. I forget who else is in that game.
Ah, shit, I forgot the guy's name. Oh.
Changeling short block of the term. Okay, I don't know what the fuck that is. Okay, let's look. Let's look around.
We got time.
Yeah.
It's the... I don't know if it's a person's or group name. It's called Low Roar.
Oh, Low Roar. That's right. Yeah, that's a group from somewhere in Europe, I think.
Because did Kojima just go through every music license that Sony has and like, okay, I can use this.
Well, he's pretty big into music. He's always like showing photos of his Zune or whatever the fuck he uses.
No, I'm saying in the sense. Like since Kojima, that game was first game from between Sony and Kojima. I was just wondering, like, oh, now I get access to all this Sony music, so I'll just use whatever I can. I mean,
are Low Roar and Churches like under Sony? I don't think Churches is.
Low Roar owns Sony.
And that's Churches with a V instead of a U, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I like that band. I've seen them live.
Oh, they don't have a... I don't know if it counts as a license, but yeah, like Sony did pay the Low Roar. There's an article about it saying they didn't know what their music was being licensed for. So I guess they don't own it, but yeah, they did purchase the license for it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, honestly, the big things that I'm looking forward to with my big fuck you money I'm about to get is like furniture and clothes and like little upgrades to like my computer and streaming setup and stuff like that.
Like you have plenty of clothes with your band clothing, all that.
So this actually happened before COVID, but like while I was working at Dollar General in particular, I guess it. I spoke to a place that will not be named, but
yeah, you're the one.
Oops, I worked there. Anyway, I'm not about to say anything negative about them here, but
not on the stream.
Yeah, but while I was working there, I was lifting a whole bunch of heavy boxes and shit and standing around and doing lots of walking, so like I got like really big in like the chest and arms and stuff, and I like fucking busted out of like a bunch of like the sleeves and stuff. Like I was getting like too big in like the chest and the arm. Seriously, the upper arms and stuff. I was getting like too big in that way, so I had to start buying like larger size shirts just because of like my arms are too thick.
Are you one of those people who, like, genetically speaking, like you work out like so little but you gain a lot? I wonder.
I mean, I was there for almost 2 years.
Oh, okay. I thought you made it sound like it.
It was like going to the gym every day.
You made it sound like you were like you get buffed like really fast or something like that. But all right.
No, I would yeah. But then during COVID, like the rest of me filled out. So,
oh yeah. All give and take.
Yeah, so a lot of like the clothes that you know me from like wearing in high school and college like don't really fit me anymore at all. Like I can't even get them around my shoulders though, so it's not like
you know, that's the extra thing. So at some point, like when I was working out at like I lost weight, so
Yeah.
so I thought I could finally wear a size medium. I can't.
Yeah, can't get them to fuck around my shoulders. Like, seriously.
Yeah, that's exactly it for me too. Shit, like I didn't realize, I was focused on the belly fat, like, oh shit, I can finally wear it. No, like my shoulder, it gets in the way. Like, oh shit, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, that's like the kind of thing I'm talking about, where it's like my whole like upper torso got like too large to fit into my stuff from college, which is a weird thing to think about, because when you think about like, oh, I'm too big for my clothes or whatever, like you typically think of like gaining a belly or whatever.
Right.
He's going on a loop. We like exhausted this place.
We are about to have. It's possible that she's like outside. Oh, it's also possible that the letter I got earlier was Aglaya's letter, because I did get a letter while I was in the termitary, so I might have to reload it. But I'm gonna check this place out first. This is termitary 2nd floor. I don't even know if I can fucking go in here.
Thou shalt not pass.
This is where we got knocked out last time, right?
Yeah, can't go in. Okay. So I probably have to fucking reload the termitary, so. Is this a place I can go? What's in here? Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
You've changed. Or am I imagining things?
You're the changeling? See how everything turns out? Who could have thought? You have to sacrifice something, either the town or the polyhedron. One of the queens wants to destroy the Wondrous Tower, while the other seeks to raise as much as possible, just to make sure.
Do you have a different solution?
If my confidants are alive, I will come to a council with you, and there won't be a single queen there that I won't be able to convince to my cause. But are you absolutely sure that they are alive? Do you really want me to come to the council?
Yes. I am sure all your bond are well. Come to the cathedral. I'll give you the right to decide. She didn't even tell us what her idea is.
No, she didn't. Clara will come to a cathedral. If I will let her make the ultimate decision, she will force the commander to withdraw his troops, and the current situation will remain unchanged. Yet, might a refusal to interfere be seen as a decision in itself? In this case, the town will remain a machine of death, no matter how pretty. So what do you think of that?
Endings, man.
Yeah, so
That seems like a non-ending.
The Bachelor wanted to blow up the town and save the polyhedron. The Haruspecs wanted to blow up the polyhedron and save the town. Clara just wants the army to go home and do nothing, apparently. That's what he wrote.
Yep. Or maybe that's just what he is intuiting from her lack of telling him anything. Return to status quo.
Yeah, and this isn't a failing on you. We didn't get the option to, but Bachelor just did not want to ask any questions about it. He's just like, yeah, sure, whatever, just make the decision for me, I guess. But yeah, on the tier list of like most trustworthy characters, I feel like the Changeling is like, if not dead bottom, definitely bottom tier. Right? Is that kind of your take on this? Like, I don't know. At
We
least in the
haven't had many,
Bachelor's.
I just don't feel like we've had many positive interactions with her versus Barack. I think our opener with Barack was breaking him out of jail.
Yeah. If nothing else, Barack is straightforward, like to a fault. Like what he says is what he does, typically, right? Whereas like the changeling is like it's. I'm gonna borrow a JR-ism that's Jim Ross from wrestling commentary fame. It's like trying to pour smoke through a keyhole, trying to make sense of anything the changeling says. You know?
For me, that's the whole game.
I feel like when we first met her, she was just like making fun of us and being a big jerk. That might be most of the characters in the game, though.
Yes, even the ones who don't... Okay, so you'll learn in the other routes of this game that the... like, because, like, people are generally more trusting of the higher specs in the Changeling because they're from this town. They just straight up tell you, if you're playing as those characters, that they're sending Bachelor on intentional wild goose chase to get him off their backs. It's really funny. Like, they just openly admit to wasting the Bachelor's time. So...
Oh, so this upcoming Monday should be a holiday. Are you getting your day off, or?
I don't believe I am.
Why is that?
I've been...
I don't know. Is it too private for the stream?
No, I just think that I've been told already, like, see you Monday, but that could have just been like an offhand remark. I have a list somewhere of like all the holidays that I get, but I don't think next Monday is one of them.
Yeah, was it like President's Day?
President's Day,
holiday.
yeah.
It's not a federal holiday.
Yeah.
Wait, what'd you say? It's not?
It is not.
No.
I don't get that day off, though I'm already not working that day anyway.
Wait a minute. How? I thought it was.
It's a holiday for sales. Come buy your shit. President's Day discount.
No, it is. I mean, it is federal holiday. Oh, maybe it's for California. Maybe that's why.
Let's make it a federal holiday. Make it a state holiday then.
Because I did type it.
We can use more federal holidays.
Yeah, for sure. Because I just type in federal holiday 2022 and then the President's Day there, but if I look closely onto the Google search result, it says California, so.
Alright, so this ending took a while to get to, but here we go.
Unless he's trying to find Changeling.
Yeah, I guess what I was trying to get at earlier was, like, the Changeling trying to fuck with the Bachelor, like, isn't necessarily a character judgment that's, like, you know, you're freely able to make. Because everybody is fucking with the Bachelor.
Let me in! You're like mere seconds away.
Oh yeah, it said, okay, so it is federal holiday for most federal workers.
Oh, I mean...
Do I have to...
Oh.
I was hoping I could just be like, click, 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 you know?
I gotta laugh at him.
Yeah. There she is.
Oh, she's T-posing.
You gotta assert your dominance, man.
Oh, we get to watch this again.
She's showing us a dance of her people.
Okay, let's see what this weirdo has to say.
Neither the town nor the tower have to be sacrificed. Everything can be saved.
Well, are you planning to make up your mind anytime soon?
Is it true that the commander has acknowledged you as a heavenly harbinger and is now obeying your will?
Would I ever have the right to be called a heavenly harbinger if I had my own will? Does the commander serve me? Oh, how stupid you are, Bachelor, when speaking of matters of this kind. The commander is a knight. His heart is sensitive in a very unique way. He has realized who is to be served now.
What's to happen to him now? I am not impartial to his fate, too.
Are you afraid that he will die? Don't. The powers that be have in fact given his an order no less hypocritical than the one you received. He will be spared, I think. They just need to find a new battle for him. So many fires, so many abysses he is to walk through, each of them eagerly prepared by the powers to become his grave. Yet he is to overcome all hardships.
With your help, is what you're trying to say, right?
I shall accompany him everywhere. In every campaign, I shall stand by his side, and he will always know where to strike, for that will not be a choice for him. Terrible and numerous will his foes be, yet his force is to become unconquerable, empowered by my spirit.
So, you want to start a holy war? Under what banner? Who will believe you, changeling?
Are you afraid that too much blood will be spilled before the light of truth triumphs over the world? Don't. Yes, guns will destroy many before the war is ended, but when it ends, it will end forever. All earthly kingdoms will unite and exist in consent, and there will be but one law.
First option seems like a fuck you. Wow. You're laughing at me. In reality, you already know he's doomed. Doomed! Doomed!
Just don't you think I don't feel sorry for him. He is noble, honest, and a true hero, an Alexander. Yes, he is destined to die, but we will save the town. Make your choice, Bachelor.
I already have. You will have the right to speak.
Look at her very just uncomfortable face. You see that like squint face she was making?
My arms are stiff.
Okay.
There's no need to destroy anything. We can do all together without gunfire and preserve this world as it is.
You believed Clara. You passed the right to decide to her? I want the Inquisitor to hear this.
I do.
Speak, Clara. Bachelor Denkovsky. Are you sure you have nothing else to tell me?
I am sure, Commander. The choice has been made. Bye.
The polyhedron will not survive without the town. If the children no longer come to play inside its walls, then it will expire. Its light will snuff out the simple-minded townsfolk. No longer see it as a source of illumination, a miracle, a door to the other world. True, the town is hardly more than a machine, pumping death from the very bowels of hell. This, however, is the only town where the polyhedron could possibly exist. Let things remain as they are. The constant threat of pandemic is a fair price to pay for the chance of something like this tower to appear. So I guess that's how the Bachelor gets convinced. Oh, we should talk to her one more time.
people are willing to sacrifice themselves so that the town survives. Help me get to the cathedral. I'll show you.
Already there, lady.
So, have you met the changeling? Okay. I'm looking forward to midnight.
You are a midnight creature, aren't you? Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Here's a little midnight creature.
Curious what the all the townsfolk ending is now.
Uh-huh.
Cause this sure shit doesn't like solve the virus problem or whatever.
So I will say we've had a pretty big hint in both endings so far what the true ending could be. Do you want to ruminate out loud, possibly, about what you think it could be?
No.
Okay.
I was getting it wrong.
Here we go.
Like FTL music or something.
So do you have an idea of what was happening in that ending?
Not really.
It's okay if you don't. That was fucking esoteric, and I haven't seen that before. So how I've had that ending explained to me is that the town's is cured of the plague and stays afloat, everything continues as normal. But every so often, the changeling requires a sacrifice. So somebody has to die to keep the town plague free.
Okay.
So earlier, we got this letter from the people who own us telling us to go to the polyhedron. So that is where we will go. So what we are about to see has the potential to make or break the entire thing for you.
Oh, yay. It's gonna have to involve those two little kids we've seen in every ending, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
You got it, fucker.
Hopefully it makes it. I do appreciate meta fourth wall breaking things when they happen.
Yeah, as I was saying, at the time, I was like, we got a pretty fucking big hit but at the time, both of the endings we've seen, and Clara's probably just solidified that for you. But I won't say any more. I will let the game speak for itself.
We're meeting our bros up in the polyhedron.
Yeah. They're not our bros. They own us, Andrew. That's what they said.
They claim.
Hey.
My seams are running.
Huh?
Oh, wait. Do I touch this? Okay, descend to the bottom. Okay. Which, if I remember correctly, is something we haven't done yet. We've only gone up.
Yep. We started on the bottom when we recorded in here that one time.
Oh, I can't crunch. I can't break my little bones. Can I save here? Oh, okay. Alright, talk to boy or talk to girl?
Boy.
Yeah, boy.
Hey, look, it's Bachelor! Wow, he's so big! How'd you find us? They've already told you, right?
First option seems to answer that third question.
Yeah.
So the powers that be are you. I want you to tell me everything.
No problem. What do you want to know?
Huh? What diabolical game are you playing?
Look, it's a magic sandbox. See how it reflects in the mirrors? Because everything's for real there. Here's a town. We've made it out of sand. And there's this awful thing going on there. An epidemic. So it's all crumbling. The town is falling apart. But we've sent heroes there to fix it.
So how did you go about sending the heroes?
It's rotting, see? Ew. We'd hoped they'd think of something. Mirrored in sand, at least. They're magical, too, you know. The heroes are. Take you, for example. Look how it all worked out. You used to be a doll, and now you're alive. Perhaps the rest also work like this?
Did you know that your dolls were alive?
Everything is alive around here. It's the structure. It brings things to life. It's not like we're twisting anyone's arm. It just happens. All on its own. We only built the town, and then it became miraculous all on its own. And the dolls, we just stuck the throwaway ones in. They were lame anyway. Sorry.
Like that third option is too subservient. Don't you touch anything else around here, and don't stink anything there anymore.
Indeed, it was a sandbox plague. The children who were playing there must have been on their way home from the funeral. A sorrowful game might have seemed an appropriate diversion to them, or maybe they just simply felt their childhood was slipping away. One way or another, the hero has been bitterly deceived. All this time, the hero took himself to be a living man who was trying to rescue his fellow human beings. Beyond doubt, this belief has filled him with fervor, helped him to reach the finale, and even be somewhat triumphant. In vain. It was all in vain. The hero was but a puppet, striving to help the imaginary population of a town that was nothing more than a drawing. Strangely, there is still not a word to be heard from the powers that be. Perhaps they became bored of it all, or were called back home for supper. That is his mission. You know, that whole thing about finding Simon Kane, discovering immortality and the way to defeat death, that's been replaced by this. All right, let's talk to the very large... Wait, hold on. Let's look around a little bit.
We're tiny.
Yeah. Let's talk to the very large lady. Don't be upset. Being a toy is also nice.
But why did you play it like this? Why couldn't you have chosen a different game, like tag or something? Huh?
'Cause we've been to a funeral. They've been sending us out to the garden for 10 days in a row so we wouldn't get in anyone's way. They've been taking us to the cemetery for a week now, Bachelor, and if you keep being naughty, I'll take you with me next time and leave among the reeds so that you know better.
So who died on you?
No one did. No one ever does. Why is he asking about it?
Hush, hush. No need to cry. Oh, come on. That seems like I think we've had similar responses with other kids before.
See, doll? It was us. We've arranged all this. Turned out to be great. We've never made a world like this before. It's magical. We planted it, and here's what has grown up. But now there's rot everywhere.
I see.
Okay, you're calling me a doll, you whelp. Don't call me names, take it easy. Okay, it wasn't me who's made you, but I've had you since I was 3. You're a doll. Ask anyone. Your name is Bachelor. You're the scary clown. You're always the evil guy when we're playing.
I'm going to demonstrate this to you once more.
Really? So you're not a doll? Go ahead and hit me then. Well, why are you just standing there? I dare you! Hit me with everything you have!
You will regret this. I swear.
Okay, let's pick a different answer here.
I hope I can still switch places with you someday. You powers that will have been.
That can happen too. Nanny said everything happens.
Only I will be more humane. I see.
You can dump all the bullets now. You have no use for them.
A letter from the makers. Please do come by to meet us all at the theater if you have a spare minute. We'd like to have a rather inconsequential but mature talk with you. We apologize in advance for the inconvenience. The people who executed the whole thing.
Okay.
What is the mature talk?
I'm gonna go to the developer's room.
Yes. You got it. Yeah, if you guess correctly, it's just like, well, you know.
I don't dislike this.
Okay. Consider that this is a an optional, like, true ending where you've done a whole bunch of really hard tasks. Because, to be honest, like, I've done nearly everything in this game about as well as you can do it. I fucked up very little in the grand scheme of things. I did fuck up, but I fucked up very little.
Okay.
Oh, you're the only one who can say that. I'm sure. But we don't know. And so we gotta just trust what you say.
Yeah. That's right.
I trust you.
Let me check something really fast. Okay, so let me pull up Steam achievements.
Missing some Chibos.
Oh yeah,
hold
Chibo
on.
As well.
You guys are the one who criticized about my trophy hunting.
No, I'm not here for achievements. I'm here for stats. Global achievement
percentage of people who managed it.
Okay, so 15.7% of people who played this game made it through day 1. So let's make that our new 100%. Okay? So just a moment. So an ending we got, just a little bit more it's called, is 3.9%.
Okay.
So only, I believe if I'm reading this right, only about a fifth of the people who make it through day 1 reach an ending.
They just like give up then?
Game's hard. Game's a lot harder than I've made it look.
Especially if you Iron Man it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm making it out to be like a little bit more than it actually is, but like this game definitely takes some like trial and error before it starts to feel like comfortable. You know? Like to prepare for like starting to stream this game, I played through like the first couple days like several times over until I got a grasp of the flow of a day, good conversational topics, like you know, how to barter, like when to buy food, things like that. Like, I definitely feel like if you don't know to get that revolver at the beginning on day 1, and you don't know to like buy every piece of food that you see on day 1, your run is fucked.
Well, yeah, because prices skyrocket.
Yeah.
You gotta do some really gamey things to like get loads of money.
Yeah, I won't say there's no coming back from that, but like you're pretty fucked. You know, if you go to day 2, like it's pretty easy to get through day 1, but if you go to day 2 without doing those things, like you're pretty well boned. Yeah, definitely, like, once you get, like, the hang of it, it's kind of like I don't want to perpetuate the whole, like, comparing every video game to Dark Souls thing, but you know how... Okay, so Dark Souls 2 in particular is, like, a comfort game to me. Like, I play it, and it puts me into a place of, like, homeness. Like, I feel at home in that world. You know what I mean? Like, and it's comfy to play it, but that's only after like dozens of hours of hardship, right? Of like learning the game and it just like really just screwing me over several times, you know, and through those hardships, I've gotten like a whole bunch of comfort out of it, you know, like after I've gone through those things with the game. And I feel like Pathologic is kind of the same in that sense, where there's like this huge learning curve, and then it becomes this thing that gives you comfort back. Is that weird? Do you guys have that experience with games?
I don't know. There's not a game that I feel like, I don't.
I have my comfort games, I suppose. Like I can always go back to Fallout New Vegas, easy.
Wow.
OG Dark Souls.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever had a comfort one.
Come in. Oh wait, come in. They're waiting for you.
Take my coat and my bag.
All right, who's first?
Mask Man, Shy Guy.
I was about to say, both of them have a mask.
You see how sad our fortune is. We put all our hopes in you. We poor actors were hoping you'd become the director of a new show. The old one had been beaten to death, but you turned out to be a doll.
I am not a doll.
Did I hear you right? Who is it speaking?
Ooh, liking this. It's me, the player.
Damn.
Oh, then I apologize profusely. You are definitely not a doll, but that seems to be unhelpful for our hero now. He is humiliated, crushed, but most importantly, he is deprived of the power that we have all hoped for. By the way, are you still willing to take responsibility for him?
Yes, he is my responsibility. I will stay with him to the very end. His words shall be my words. His deeds shall be my deeds.
I'm genuinely surprised by your response, Andrew. Oh, then I apologize once again. Perhaps not all is lost yet. Let's wait for the finale and see if the day brings any surprises. We still have a chance to play in a drama with an unpredictable story.
Watch me act.
The hero is a doll, but so are the children. The real game is what's happening between you and us.
That's what you think.
Okay, who do we continue a conversation with?
His turn.
Why me?
Pick your poison, pal.
Shy Guy. See what happens.
Kind sir, can I help you with something?
If you know what we are, then who are you?
I am exactly what you think I am. A collection of poorly rendered polygons on a screen. Why are you giving me that look? Do not ascribe a more important role to me than the one I have been assigned from the very beginning. I'll fail a bigger role. This mask isn't expressive enough.
Then we have nothing to talk about.
Okay.
I cannot leave Bachelor's body. You're imposing your limits upon me.
Bachelor has lost his battle for freedom since the very day he was born. What about you?
I wanted to stop the epidemic, even a make-believe one.
But did you understand what the epidemic really was? It was truly rather obvious.
I know now that it was all a children's game in a glass sandbox, but what for?
Was the disease the true evil, though? The disease is only a method, the weapon of evil, just like a scalpel in Bachelor's hands. The disease will go, devouring itself. Then there'll be war, famine, heresy. Was it all really worth the effort? Look around.
Look around. All this for a single wretched town?
No, it was the town that had been built for you, not the other way around. We apologize if it's been a disappointment.
So you're curious as to what fate I will choose for the town.
We have to make sure that it truly is you who is making the decision. Are you absolutely positive that your choice is not predetermined by anyone or anything?
Could it have been otherwise?
Oh, absolutely. When every step you take has been predicted, you are still free to either take it or not. When it has been foreseen, however, you remain a mere puppet in someone else's hands.
I don't care. I will do it as I see fit.
That is precisely what we are waiting for.
I will be the one to say the final word.
Holy shit.
No.
Kind sir, can I help you with something?
No.
So...
Uh-oh.
He's still wearing his coat! What the fuck? We left it with the guy outside.
That was.
So I guess that's it.
Is there actually an ending with this?
What, you want a cutscene?
It's something. Go to cut the credits.
Yeah, I guess we could have gone on to, like, choose an ending. How's this? I'll play the bad ending again really fast. That way we have all the endings all in one thing. So I will say this. You know how you have to beat the game with one of the other characters before you're able to play as the Changeling?
Yeah.
So the Changeling gets some extra dialogue with the developers. So it's kind of like, oh, so you're here again, you know, like that sort of thing, because you could have already seen it once, right? So it's like the developers being like, oh, you're here again. How'd you like the Changelings route? Yeah, we kind of rushed it. You know, it's like that. So how do you feel about the meta super duper ending?
I like shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Bravely Default. about you, Jihoon? Are you like meta stuff? Because it's not really an ending; it's just more of like a reveal, and it almost feels like congrats on doing everything. Here's a little extra.
Yeah. Jihoon don't give a fuck.
No, I'm just doing something. Doing just
Whereas I'm trying to figure out my Steam ID so I can check my deck to see what games work with it. But no, overall, I enjoyed that game. Make it or break it, I liked that a little bit.
Okay. So I know that some people get really offended by stuff like that. Also, thank you, Jihoon. For some reason, I'm not able to pull up my own sword to hack and slash at the spammer. But yeah, I'm a little sad to see Pathologic go. But for anybody who might be watching this and wondering if we are a Pathologic only set of streamers and YouTubers, we are not. We're more of like the variety kind. I will play Pathologic 2 on this channel. That is a threat. Okay?
No, you're threatening me.
Yes. But we're gonna take some time to play some other games first.
Yay.
Yeah, to name a few, I want to get through Drakengard 3, Racing Lagoon, Disco Elysium, and fuck, what? Jihoon, what's the other game that's not 999? Virtue's Last Reward?
Yes.
Yeah, that game too. I want to get through those, and then maybe we'll start thinking about playing Pathologic 2. That being said, I think for the next few weeks on this channel, we're gonna be doing some oneers, some one stream, one sitting games. I know in particular I want to try what is known as the Bloodborne PSX demake. I have at least one like retro mecha RTS game that I want to see how far I can get in one sitting. There's a game I've had my eye on that is a Japanese-only PlayStation game that procedurally generates acid trip experiences. That's on my list.
That's what the fuck that is.
Yeah. So I have some stuff like that. So, after we've done Shenmue, Valhalla, and Pathologic in like very strict succession, and Pathologic in particular is the longest game that we have streamed, on this channel. We've done a 10 session game before in Sakura Wars. But this one was 12. So this is our longest game to date. And I don't really plan on streaming any games that are like that all in a row again until Pathologic 2 probably.
Good.
Yeah. I'm a little worried about Racing Lagoon, but I also don't really mind about maybe quitting partway if it's not really something that we enjoy. But it looks like something we're going to enjoy. I think you guys will like it.
We shall see.
Okay, so imagine the characters of JoJo Bizarre Adventure driving cars. Because that's what it feels like. Everyone has like really insane body proportions, crazy anime hair, amazing fashion. So like kind of JoJo in that sense, right? But they're in the wrong anime. They got transported to Initial D. Okay? That's basically the crux of Racing Lagoon. So I played it for like 2-3 hours. So like basically whatever we get through in stream 1, I played that. And I don't know if it like significantly changes after that or anything, but like so far I don't think it does. I think it's just a wonderful fever dream of anime racing RPG.
I told you the expected playthrough time.
Yeah.
Longer than I anticipated.
Yeah, me too. Like me too. That's it exceeds my expectations, but I think that's a game where I don't mind if we decide it's not doing anything for us, that we just like kind of end it early, but if we're all still on board, I'd be happy to keep playing it too. So it's just kind of like a we'll see, because like I don't think any of us really know enough about it, right? That's Racing Lagoon. Our next big game is we are going to complete Drakengard 3. We have we have the character prologue DLCs and the finale, Route D, which has a rather fucking notorious final boss that hopefully will be made easier through playing it at 60 FPS instead of like 15 to 20 roller coaster.
Actually, I am looking forward to coming back to that game because that game was rather entertaining.
It was entertaining. It was raunchy.
I mean, it gets fucking weird and uncomfortable too in there, but I mean, that's fine.
Mm-hmm. Like being a person who has streamed some of Harvester before, I think that we have to make certain allowances to like get into the space, live in the world of the game, and not just be like, oh well, I don't really like this kind of content or whatever. Like, like I think if you're playing something like a Drakengard 3 or a Harvester, I mean they're going for completely different things, so bear with me. But like I feel like there's a little bit of like you get what you put into it, and I think you have to go in willing to just like accept everything that these like stories throw at you, Harvester is fucking nuts, by the way. Let's stream the whole thing this Halloween.
Oh god.
Is that like we get like partially through it or something like that?
Yeah, I think we got like a third of the way through it or something. That can be our Mirrors, even though it's a bit more well known than Mirrors is.
Oh man, Mirrors. I wonder how many endings there are out of that game. I think we saw 3 of them, right? And we liked the first one we got the most.
Yeah, there were some. So we did 3 sessions, like 3 streams of that game, and we saw some choices in like the last streaming session that obviously led to I think 3 different endings. But that made me go back and be like, oh, but there was like 1 or 2 other choices in recording 2 that maybe branched off somewhere, but I kind of have my suspicion that they would have kind of led us down the same paths. I think the endings we saw is probably all there is.
This is the thing on the PC-98, right?
That was the PC-88.
PC-88.
Uh-huh.
Ooh. I found a route thingy.
Oh.
It's like we saw half of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Does the game just, like, completely diverge, like, at, like, where we had those choices on, like, Route 2? Like...
There's all the choices right there.
Okay, hold on. There was a choice we made where Andrew was playing cards, and we like stepped in to save him with our like psychic powers or something. Like I think that was a choice we made. Does the game like completely turn into a different thing at that junction? Do we need to go back and play fucking Andrew loses at card simulator?
Wow,
It apparently all starts from receiving the letter.
Yeah, which is crazy. Like, didn't realize that could be one of the big choices.
That was our first choice.
Holy shit. I'm gonna look at this and then decide if we're playing Mirrors again this Halloween.
I don't think it'd be that bad idea to revisit. I don't know if we still have any saves.
But okay, Andrew, think about it. If we start from the beginning, we get to tour all of Paris again while just loaded up on sleeping pills.
That's great. That game was a trip. Fucking fortune tellers. Fortune teller alley. That was amazing, especially. Oh my god.
But yeah, if you're watching this and you enjoyed us kind of clowning our way through Pathologic and doing goofy character voices and stuff, please check out our playthrough of Mirrors. I know you have not heard of it before, and that is okay. Please watch it if you want more of this. Because it was an experience, and I think it was one of the streaming it was one of the games we streamed that I am most proud of the experience that we had, you know? Like, God, I fucking loved playing that game.
Spoiler alert, I fall asleep a lot.
Oh,
That's just common to you.
So I guess any other closing thoughts on Pathologic?
I'm interested in seeing what the sequel brings to the fore, because this game was interesting, and I did like the little... I appreciate games having kind of choice along the way, and then of course in the ending as well.
Do you want me to pull Pathologic 2 upwards in priority somewhere?
No.
Whatever.
And Ji-hoon's like, no. Okay.
Why must I suffer?
Okay.
Okay, serious question. Like, you think Pathologic 2 is easier to understand compared to Pathologic 1?
Based on... It's hard to... Okay, so... The text boxes are, like, smaller, so I think overall, like, the game just feels like it has fewer words than Pathologic 1. I think the conversation flows a bit more naturally. There's some different stuff in it. I feel like the supernatural element of Pathologic 2 is more brought to the forefront. Another huge difference is a mechanical one. There are save points rather than the ability to save whenever. So it kind of kills our ability to save scum, but it gives us an ability to make a deal with an NPC to come back to life, kind of. It's it's a different experience. That being said, if we want to get through it in 12 streams, my goal will be to completely avoid dying. So hopefully I can live up to the task. I've made it to like day 5 or 6 without dying, and that's as far as I've played. So anything after that's a new experience. I have not seen any Pathologic 2 endings. I know a lot less about P2 than P1. How's this? Between every major game that we play after Drakengard 3, I will ask Jihoon if he is ready for Pathologic 2. And if he says yes, then we fucking pivot.
So that's gonna be never okay.
Oh no. Okay. If your answer is no each time, then I will basically get to it when I said I would earlier, which will, I guess, be after Virtue's last reward.
That's the deal. Yeah, you must play the Virtue's last reward first. Then we'll talk about Pathologic 2.
Do you know anything about Disco Elysium, Jihoon?
That's also text-heavy game, isn't it? In sort of a way.
I really want to play that.
Okay.
That being said, a lot of it's voice acted.
Okay. I tried to watch some gameplay, but I think there's just too many texts for me to follow along with just watching somebody play. On the YouTube, at least, yeah.
There's some really fucking entertaining stuff you want to do. I have a certain build air quotes in mind that I want to do that I think will be very entertaining. I hope it will be. But I don't know how to like discuss it, right now. Right. But I think it'll be very entertaining. The way I want to conduct our streams of it. But first, we have business to settle with Drakengard 3.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm sure some people have been waiting.
Yeah.
If there are people who are watching this.
Yeah. So we are going to do a few one shots, and then we'll do Drakengard 3. And with that, dear viewers, I bid you adieu. Thank you for watching us play Pathologic, the Bachelor's route.
Don't forget to click the like button. Hey, subscribe.
If you're watching us on Twitch, we upload higher quality videos to our YouTube channel, which is linked, I believe, in 2 places below the stream. If you go to our links or our About section, our YouTube link is there. If you're watching us on YouTube, our streaming schedule is kind of in flux because I got a new job and Andrew is getting a new job. So some scheduling things might be a little rough, but swing by the Twitch channel, drop us a follow, and come catch us live and talk about
Isekais.
Hell yeah.
Isekai manga and fortune tellers.
Our favorite subjects. And other games besides the one we're playing.
Yeah. where we discuss other things we've seen, but only the endings. Okay, I need to cut off this recording sometime, so I'll see you in hell.
Bye.
Oh.